Alright, welcome back. We are still looking for online games. I never played the Old Republic. Shocking game. I have never played the game. I heard some amazing things about it though, but at last I never played it. I never was much of and still am, much of a Star Wars person. I mean, yes, I did love the Lego Star Wars. Yes, I did like the old Battlefront 2. And yes, I did like the Force Unleashed back in the day. Now, back in my time, we didn't have EA making Battlefronts. But I never played the Old Republic, unfortunately. So, I found this, the Star Wars Old Republic 2020 review, and it's by Mr. Matty Plays. And I already subscribed to him because I have been watching his videos recently, so I enjoy his content. So, we're going to see what he has to say. Should I play it, and are y'all playing it? You know, because like I said, I'm looking for an MMO to get into to be able to play with y'all and to be able to record with y'all. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an RPG. We looked at the Hearthstone. We looked at Need for Speed World. You know, just to branch out that doesn't have to be an RPG. And just in case if y'all are not interested in playing RPG. So we're gonna see what he says and stuff like that. So let's watch.
Ah, yeah. Favorite shirt, favorite universe. Let's talk about the Old Republic. So in 2011, this neat MMO came around called Star
2011.
Wars: The Old Republic. So
Okay.
while you were there in your diaper playing Skyrim Toddler Edition, I was there playing a real man's game known as Star Wars: The Old Republic. Now, recently, Star Wars: The Old Republic has been released on Steam, so a lot of you have come to your residential KOTOR expert, Mr. Matty, and asked, should I play this game in 2020? Is it
Yeah.
worth it? If I like KOTOR, should I play this game? If I haven't played KOTOR, should I play this game? I hope to answer all of your questions in this video on whether or
Please
not
do.
this gigantic game is worth your hard drive space. So I fire up my client for
My
the
heart
first
goes
time since
space.
December of 2019, and I was reminded how much of a little Dragon Ball fanboy I am. I mean, look at this. Turungsu, Android 17, haha, Piccolo, Matty, so quirky. You like Dragon Ball, don't you, dude? Before I go on any further, let's talk about some of the new things that have come with the Steam release. First and foremost, if you're like me and literally any other current player and you want to know if you can just download the game on Steam and have all of your progress carry over, the answer is yes. There is cross save, so if you want to for some
Oh,
reason keep
cross
that
save.
client separately on your desktop and go back and forth between Steam and this client, you can do so without losing anything in between playthroughs. Furthermore, like most Steam releases, they've added trading cards to the game. I've never been infatuated with this stuff, so I'm
Trading
just going to keep moving
cards.
on. Emoticons have been added as well as backgrounds. To me, the most exciting, however, is achievements. Although SWOTOR will not have Steam
Achievements.
achievements on launch, over 100 achievements will be added with a future update later this year. All of the Steam achievements will be the exact copies of their SWOTOR counterparts, so you can already go in game and check them out, meaning Steam will not have exclusive or unique achievements. Achievements will be retroactive. For example, if you have 47 achievements already unlocked in-game, those same achievements will all unlock on Steam when you launch SWOTOR through the platform for the first time. I'm a bit of a trophy hunter. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love achievements. I love trophies, like that type of stuff. There's a metagame there that I'm
Unlimitedly
addicted to, and I
achievement
think like a
unlocked.
big part of the reason I complain that we haven't seen any type of like up-res or updates to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is because there aren't any achievements. The second one has achievements. They even added new achievements to the game as they continue to progress with some of its updates, but nope. No achievements when it comes to actually the first Knights of the Old Republic, which blows my mind. Anyway, SWOTOR will have achievements, so that's pretty cool, but let's talk about the base game itself. Is it worth your time? Well, my answer might be very different from someone who's very experienced with the game. I play SWOTOR on a PvE level. I have no interest in the PvP. I
Yeah,
have no
same
interest in
here.
some of the weekly repeatable missions, the conquests that you can perform. None of that interests me. I'm interested in the questing. I'm interested in the character stories, the class stories. I'm interested in all of that stuff because I'm more invested in the universe as a KOTOR fanboy than as someone who wants just a good MMO. I know Final Fantasy XIV's really taken the world by storm. I have yet to really play it because I don't want to pay a
Yeah, we did a
subscription fee,
video
but the
on
difference with
Fantasy
SWOTOR
14.
is you can play this relatively comfortably for free. There are some
For
shortcomings
free.
with that. For example, your XP gets sliced at a certain level. You can't sprint until much later in the game, which may be just a bit of an annoyance. And there's plenty of other reasons why they want you to pay for the game, but none of it really deterred from my experience as someone who was just there to go around and quest. So I've experienced some of the character stories throughout my time with SWTOR, the Sith Inquisitor, Imperial Agent, the Jedi Consular, the Republic Trooper, and each story has their pros and cons. I'd say if you're going in for the first time and you're looking for something to just grab hold of you, start off with the Imperial Agent. Universally speaking,
Imperial
from what
Age.
I've read online and what I've experienced, I think this is the most interesting tale that is told throughout the entirety of Star Wars: The Old Republic. It really does toy with the idea of Imperials being patriots and they're collecting this intelligence because they really believe in their cause, and then the Sith truly step in and start to manipulate your purpose, what you're doing, the missions you're running, and it brings about a moral conflict that I don't see rising up in many of the other stories that you experience in this game. But if you're going to hop in for the first time, I would say this is the place to go. But maybe you're looking for a lightsaber in your hand because you're not all about just shooting and looting. That's totally fine. I would recommend the Jedi Consular. I do enjoy it a bit. It's slow
Jedi
to start,
Consular.
however. It is a little slow to start, but it does pick up over time. Believe me on that. However, you'll have stories like, in my opinion, the Trooper, which starts off really strong with Havoc Squad and then falls off afterwards when the entire team splits up and you're sort of out there chasing them down one by one. One thing I do want to touch on in this video is the design of SWTOR. It is a older MMO, as I mentioned, first released in 2011. And so it is created in a almost cookie cutter fashion. By this I mean you could very much tell the world was created in zones. So you enter a new zone, usually you find a couple of people on the front lines who have quests to hand out, you pick them up, and then as you go around this brand new zone, you complete all the side quests, you wrap up the main story, you return to where you had originally began, you turn in like 4 quests, you level up, you get some new loot, you update your character, and it feels, I'll admit, a bit rinse and repeaty there. It is a product of its age. It's kind of shocking to me that the game is still around. But I sometimes enjoy the simple nature of that with an MMO. Maybe that's my RuneScape roots talking a little bit. That was my first
Yeah, we need to do video
MMO. It was
RuneScape.
probably the one I spent the most time with. I played it for like 4 or 5 years straight. I love me some classic RuneScape, okay? If there was a game I ever cared about PvP in, it was RuneScape. But when it comes to these games nowadays, I just want to enjoy the world, the story, and I do think that SWTOR has a great world. There is one shortcoming I noticed when I returned, though, to test things out before making this video, and it's that things can feel a little hollow at times. You're walking through these gargantuan structures, these large rooms, and they're decorated with NPCs that are largely just standing there stiff, motionless, lifeless, and there's very little interaction with the world. So that's where it helps if you have a friend coming in with you. If you're distracted by conversation, you're going from point A to point B, it can remove some of the monotony and some of those shortcomings that you're not going to hyper focus on as if you're playing by yourself. But like I said, that's why I'm more of a PvE player, because when the stories do take hold, I don't care about those types of things. Combat itself will be familiar if you've played MMOs with a hotbar. I call it hotbar combat. I don't know if that's a term, but it's what I say. Pretty much you just got
combat.
abilities lining the
I'm gonna
bottom
start
of the
calling that
screen. You
now.
can line
From
the
now
sides
on.
of your screen, so you have like
Hotbar
80,000
combat.
different abilities to pick from based off the enemies you're fighting, whether you're on a raid and you're fighting a giant enemy, or you're engaging in like a standard skirmish and you use an area of effect attack. There's a large range of abilities for every character and class to select from. Like even when I played Elder Scrolls Online, that was hotbar combat. Like it's really hard for
We need to do a
MMOs
video on
to
Elder
escape
Scrolls Online
the
too.
tried and true formula of hotbar combat.
If y'all are interested in those games.
Unless I've been ignorant to it at all. If someone could just point me in the direction of one that kind of escapes that little niche there, but still manages to tell good stories and build an interesting world. But all in all, when I went back to SWTOR, for me, it's more of a holiday game. Every winter I go back to SWTOR and I play it. So part of me was like shaking off that feeling of actually playing it in the heat of the summer. Something's weird about that there. But going back to it, I was reminded why I really enjoy it because of those stories. They were overall still really engaging. The writing, the choices that you can make, sometimes they can be really dark, like this one here that I always like to show off from an old stream of mine.
Cyborgs or not, we haven't done anything wrong. There's no reason to kill us.
Too bad. Drain air from the lab.
That was reason enough.
Oh, man. Oh man. Oh.
What? What are you?
You'll see characters to respond to these decisions you make, but it's not going to be earth-shattering or terrace-shattering, sorry, where it's usually just more self-contained, it's tighter because it's an MMO, only so much can change, so the game's really fighting with itself. I still do enjoy the game a lot more than I had originally many years ago, but it requires a bit of an open mind. So one question that a lot of people have asked is, I've never played KOTOR. Is this a good
Yeah,
starting
I
point?
never
I
played
always
it.
point people in the direction of KOTOR first because I feel like if you care about the stories there, you care about the universe, and you're invested in that, then SWOTOR is a bit of an addition. It's
Oh, you said
supplemental. You don't have to
KOTOR?
love it. I certainly didn't love it
What's
at first, and
KOTOR?
I can't even say I love it now. I just enjoy it because it's more of something that I'm not getting anything new of, which is the Old
Oh,
Republic
Knights of the
universe. But the
Republic
game is
instead of
still
just the Old
supported. It
Republic.
still has a
So there's
healthy
a
audience.
difference?
It's recently got some expansions that I personally haven't
Wait, there's a
tinkered with
difference?
all that much. So there's a lot
Wait,
of content
there's
to
a
dive into with this
difference?
game. That's
What
one
is
thing
going
that is a
on?
huge selling point for it. You can
I didn't
go in
know
for
this.
free, and yeah, you'll get an XP cut later on. But as you can see in the gameplay, I was over leveled for literally every quest I was a part of because I just did everything in the game, and I enjoyed it at that. So you get a lot of value out of your time here if you're invested in the universe. But if you have played KOTOR, you've never played SWOTOR, and you're wondering if you should give it a shot, I say go for it because it's free. Take a little bit of time to download it if you have the internet speeds for it, and see if you like it, because if you do enjoy it, you're getting more of a universe that really isn't explored all that much in Star Wars. But if you don't like it, it's just a quick uninstall and you don't lose any money out of it. Personally, I've never been a subscriber to SWOTOR except like one single time, and that's when I first started playing the game when it was around 2017. I did a Sith Inquisitor playthrough. I got to level 30, I paid for the game a little bit, and then I moved on because at that point I don't think they were in a free-to-play state, but now they are because I imagine some of the player base has dwindled and they want to reel some of that back in. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, SWOTOR in 2020, is it worth your time? I'd say yeah, because it's free. Give it a shot if you're interested in the Old
Okay,
Republic universe
sorry.
at all. I think there's some great stories to be told. And also, I do think that the hotbar combat, the rinse and repeat nature of the game, the hollow feeling of every location you're in can wear some players down. So if that stuff that I mentioned throughout the video maybe pushes you away, see if you can get a friend involved. You guys can both go through quests as much
That's
as
what
you
I'm trying
want
to do.
together. And that's always a really fun time, making choices and seeing how each other's stories play out, or making those choices together so you guys get similar stories. That type of thing is really enjoyable, and it's how myself and like 4 other friends play it every winter. So I would suggest giving it a rep personally. I still enjoy it, and hopefully you found this video helpful. If you're a SWOTOR vet, you've played the PvP, PvE, every raid, every expansion, your opinion would be more than needed in the comments down below.
Probably.
So do fire away, along with everyone else who may be interested in this game. If they have questions, comments, concerns, get involved. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm looking forward to reading it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Be sure.
Okay, so honestly, what do I think about it? I didn't know there was a difference. I didn't know there was just the Old Republic and the Knights of the Republic. Um, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna type in the comments what a dummy and probably what a moron that I am. That I was not aware of this stuff. But like you said, yeah, it's always, these hollow spots always have a friend, and that's why I keep asking y'all and stuff. So probably next time we're probably gonna look at that and probably look at, like you said in the video, RuneScape. I remember playing it. I don't remember liking it that much. And Elder Scrolls Online, which I've never played. We're still looking for a good game to play, even with y'all. I haven't got any comments of a game that really interests y'all to be able to play, because this is more about y'all. Like I said, this is more about me playing with y'all and what game that y'all play and what game uh that I can play with y'all and record it and we can have some fun time. So tell me in the comments, what do you think about this review? Um and next time we'll look at the Knights of the Republic. The Knights. So yeah, I didn't know there was a difference. So see y'all next time.